Yo guys, Drine here, and today we're gonna start yet another stupidly big and crazy project here in our survival world. Today we're gonna build a biome dome, and we're gonna use the new copper blocks from the 1.17 part 1 update. So yeah, it's gonna be another crazy project, but I'm down for it. Let's do this. But let me first tell you what I've been doing in between episodes. About 3 or 4 videos ago, which is also the second to last survival video on this channel, which is also the last video I made in real life. It's a bit complicated. Anyways, in that video I told you guys that I was going to explore the update a little bit further on my own off camera, and I managed to get one giant drip leaf plant. I was testing how high this thing can go, and apparently the only limit is your supply of bone meal and the world limit, so yeah, I guess I can take this down now. Let's see how much we can get from this. We're gonna have to use our silk touch. Oh my goodness. That is beautiful. Alright, how much do we have? Oh my goodness, more than a stack of drip leaf. That's amazing. So yeah, other things I've been doing in between episodes is extending this giant monstrosity even higher, and I think we're almost at the build limit. Let's land here. Yeah, right now we're at 235, which is... we're almost there. In that video I also made this statue over here, and it has not been oxidating at all. Like that block over there, I placed that by hand. I placed... like when you place a block when there are no other copper blocks around it in a 4x4 area, it oxidates really fast. But this one, I told you guys I wasn't going to AFK to get this oxidized, but it went so slow I was actually worried if it actually worked. So yeah, in the end I actually did AFK for a few hours underground, and it still hasn't oxidated even one bit. Again, I placed this one by myself, it's not part of the statue. I thought maybe this would help it to oxidate a bit faster, but it doesn't look like it. Another thing you might have noticed is these giant trees in the background. I thought it would be kind of fun to make like trees all the way up to build height. Look at that. Yeah, it's my world. I can do whatever I want with this. Anyways, I think that was about everything I wanted to talk about. So now let's continue with this video. And why am I going inside? So yeah, what is the plan for today? Look at where I'm standing. I promise you it's right on the edge of the slab. Today I want to build a biome dome. So basically what it is, it's one ginormous glass cage, and it has like one biome in it. I think I want to do a bunch of different biomes. So yeah, it's gonna be one giant glass dome, and I'm gonna use the new copper blocks for the structure. And to be able to get that copper, I had to mine for probably over 12 hours. Like when you mine one copper block, you get tons of raw copper, but if you need like a shulker box of copper blocks, it's so hard to get. So yeah, here are some statistics I wrote down. I mined for over 12,000 blocks. I went through 4 fully enchanted netherite pickaxes and 1 enchanted diamond pickaxe, and I found in total 10 amethyst geodes. And yeah, it took me more than 12 hours at least. I didn't really count it, but it was multiple days of work. So before I show you the end result of our mining trip, I also made a time-lapse for it. Oh, hi! I thought it would be a bit more fun to have a little chat instead of the usual time-lapse music, because our channel is now officially 1 year old. The fact that I've already been going for a year, that's like mind-blowing to me. So first of all, thank you to all of you. For the people who watch my videos, leave a nice comment. It really means a lot. And I thought it would be fun to share some statistics of the channel with you guys. In 1 year we managed to reach 490 subscribers. That's a lot for your first year. In total I made 40 videos, and 23 of these videos have reached over 100 views, and 5 of these videos have over 1000 views. My most viewed video is my survival world tour with over 33,000 views. On the channel we have a grand total of 2,350 hours watch time and a total of almost 49k views. That's a lot of views. That's insane. Alright, so these are the results. We got 18 stacks of copper blocks, which is... it's a lot of work for this amount. It's not a lot, so I'm really hoping we don't run out of copper halfway through the video. And in this shulker box we have all of the iron we got and all of the redstone and gold. So yeah, this iron is probably enough for, what, 3 beacons? That's insane. And over here we got our lapis and some diamonds as well. I'm gonna take this copper with me to the location I have set up for today's project. Alright, here we are. This right here is the location for our biome dome. And as you can see, it's right south of our pixel art right over there. And yeah, I've already kind of started to plan out the shape of this build. So this dome is gonna be 75 blocks in diameter. Originally I wanted to do 100, but I don't think I would have enough copper for that, so I went with 75. It's still big enough. And as you can see right here, this is my shulker box island. I guess that's what I'm calling it now. So we got my bed, all of my tools, my ender chest, and this pile of shulker boxes right here. This is all glass. This was a whole other grind on its own. So I got, was it 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 shulker boxes of glass. Over here I got prismarine shards and crystals because I want... like I said, I want to have a copper structure for the biome dome, but I want the pillars to be prismarine because they go well together with the oxidized copper. So right here we got my copper. This is my grass. You might have already spotted this in my inventory. And I also have wool for planning my builds. I will be using my wool shortly to plan out everything once I finish this grass platform. So yeah, I think this is gonna be a really cool project. It's not as big as I would have hoped. I wanted this to be way bigger, at least 100 blocks in diameter. I'm not gonna grind for God knows how many more hours to get the required copper. That's not gonna happen. So yeah, what I'm gonna do right now is I'm just gonna fill up this area with grass, and I also want to terraform this a bit so it looks like it's natural. And I'm gonna plan everything out, plan out the pathways, plan out where the different biome sections are going to be. So yeah, I'm gonna do the planning for this project right now, and then I'll bring you back. Alright, here we are. So this is what I have planned out for today. It looks like a mess, but I know what's going on. So the first thing I did is, of course, like I said, I terraformed this entire area, and I'm actually really happy with this. I am really good at small scale terraforming, but at this scale I suck. But in the end I'm really happy with how this turned out. So this part right here is all about the water animals. So gonna have fish in here and squid, but they're actually gonna have access to the open ocean. They can just swim underneath the border of this biome dome and just go to the open water. We're also gonna have turtle eggs here on the beach. I want to build a beach here, and hopefully the turtles will, just like they're supposed to, come back every once in a while. And yeah, this is gonna be a really cool area. Over here I want to have a pond. It's just gonna be a lush area. And if we'll take a look at all of our wool here, the red is the outline for open areas. So most of this thing is going to be filled to the brim with trees. So inside of these areas I want there to be plains. I don't want there to be any trees. We're going to have just grass and some rocks. And in this smaller one over here I want to make use of the moss blocks. We're also going to have an open area, but this time I want to have maybe some small azalea trees in there. I think it would look really cool. Now the orange wool, these are all of the pathways. So what I have envisioned is I want to have like very small and thin pathways curving around trees and bushes and going through the wilderness, because I want this entire dome to be filled with leaves and trees. I think in the beginning of this video I was still struggling with deciding whether or not I want to have different biomes in this biome dome or only one biome, and I have decided to make a a kind of hybrid between the oak forest and the jungle. So we're gonna have oak and jungle trees everywhere. I'm also gonna place a ton of leaves by hand and rocks. It's gonna look really cool, hopefully. Now what about these glass arcs here? This is to give you a better idea of the shape of the dome. So if you don't know how to make a dome or a sphere, and I'm gonna stop myself right there. For the next 10 minutes I'm basically giving you an explanation of my genius way to create a sphere in Minecraft without any help of external tools. Spoiler alert, my explanation was utter bull. I can't say that. It did not work. In the end I just looked up a sphere generator. But what I'm gonna do to make this build more interesting is I'm gonna cut off the top and build another mini sphere on top of it, or like a mini dome. I think that would look pretty cool. And then once I have the entire glass build in shape, then I'm gonna start adding the copper and prismarine pillars. So I'm probably gonna change these ones out for copper and do that on all 4 sides. And then I probably gonna do 3 or 2 in between each quadrant as well. And once the glass and the copper structure is in place, after that I can start working on the inside, placing some foliage, planting some trees, making the pathways, building the beaches, and yeah, there's still a lot to do in this project. This is gonna take a lot of work, and unfortunately for the next I don't know how many weeks I'm gonna have some house renovations, so unfortunately I'm not going to be able to give you progress updates throughout this project because there's going to be way too much background noise. So what I'm going to have to do instead is basically just finish this entire project in one giant time lapse. Giant for me, not so giant for you, probably just a few minutes. So anyways, let's jump into the time lapse. I'm gonna set up my camera account, and if I don't get copyrighted, there will be some brand new music. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Now would ya look at that. This is an insane project. This is now finished and it turned out amazing. Like, it's literally almost exactly like I had it pictured in my head before I started building this. Oh, I love this place. I love this project. So yeah, what I've built here is, like I said, I've built a giant dome, and on top of that, like, this little decoration thingy. I think it looks really cool. And of course it also gives me a way to fly in here inside of the dome. And I'll show you the inside in a minute. Oh god. And yeah, like I said, I used the copper blocks for the skeleton. What hit me? Minecraft is so laggy for me. And like I said, I used the copper blocks for the skeleton of the build. And as you can see, they have actually been weathering a bit. So most of them are in this stage, but some of them have already progressed to the third stage. And a few blocks have also, there we go, weathered to the final stage. I don't know if I'm ever gonna see this entire build fully oxidized ever in my survival world. Anyways, you guys have probably been kind of interested to see what I did on the inside, because this was actually one of the hardest things ever to make a time lapse of. It's just so huge. Look at this. So right now we are in a kind of open area. Right here we have some rocks and mostly just grass. And you can see for the pathway I was thinking like I could use these kind of blocks for the pathway, but then I thought, you know what, the reddish color of these blocks might give a better contrast to the leaves. And yeah, I'm really happy I did that because it looks amazing. So yeah, I'm just gonna walk through here. I'm just gonna show you around for a bit, and I guess I can also remove my hotbar. Alright, that's a little bit better. I'm not gonna remove my hand because if there's a creeper somewhere, I do want to see if I'm holding my sword or not. Because yeah, this place is not lit up at all. This is very dangerous here at night. Anyways, right here we have like this little corner, and it's surrounded by bushes, and we have this little pond here. Oh, and oh my goodness, I forgot my axolotl. I wanted to put the axolotl in here I caught like a few videos ago. I think that would be really cool. What's that sound? Okay. Oh. I think there are axolotl underneath me in the ocean killing glow squid. Anyways, we also have a border of the new, what is it called? Deep slate? It was the cobbled deep slate, and yeah, I think this is probably one of my favorite parts in this build. I really like this area. And we can also follow the pathway back. Let's go around like this. You can see I've just piled up leaves on both sides of the road, and I think that really gives you that, I don't know, tropical feeling, like you're surrounded in like this giant glass cage where the temperature is slightly higher. You feel like the air is a bit more wet, if that makes sense. And right here is what I was talking about earlier before the time lapse. This is where I wanted to have a beach with turtle eggs, but unfortunately I didn't think a beach would fit here. So in the end I just kind of made this little staircase going into the water, and you can see we can swim underneath the build. And I guess I can also show you this because it wasn't really visible in the time lapse either. So all around the build we have this concrete, I don't know what it's called, but you can imagine it as the thing that makes this whole thing float in the ocean. Oh my goodness, it's getting dark, which is actually perfect for this area. Right here, I was originally thinking to use the moss and make everything here moss, but I don't know, it just didn't really work. So I still went with grass, but I made these azalea trees. If you don't know, you can grab these bushes. It doesn't matter if it's this one or the flowering one. If you bone meal them, it will all turn into the same tree, and they will both have these flowering azalea bushes. And I also use the glow berries here, and I think it looks really cool. But it is getting nighttime. I really need to sleep because this place is incredibly deadly, and I don't want any creepers here. Anyways, let's continue here, and we'll go there in a second. I just want to go around the outside first. Look at this. I love this. I love the way the pathway is like, it's surrounded by so many bushes. Alright, we're back here at the open area. Oh god, that's a spider. You're friendly in the daytime, right? Not in real life though. Anyways, this is like a side branch. This goes all the way through the middle. And this connects up to the ocean area. And if we go back over here, yeah, this also just connects back to the azalea area. I really need to remember to turn off my HUD in showcases of my builds, because I forgot to turn it off in the Palace Tour video, and it's been bothering me for so long. But at least I remembered it for this video. Also, if you're curious what I did in like these patches in between the pathways, I filled it up with foliage. Like, look at this. Oh god. That was a sneaky creeper. Oh god, okay. It was a fun project to work on, but it was just kinda a lot of repetitive work. Like, placing the bushes at the end, I was so tired of it. I did not want to see a single leaf block anymore. And yeah, if you want to see it from above without the glass in the way, I guess I can fly around here a bit. Oh god. So yeah, anyways, there's one more thing to do, which is to add these axolotl in there. So I'm gonna go home real quick. Alright, we're back, and it's time to put in our axolotl. I can't see which one this is. This is the leucistic one, the pink one, I think. There we go. Hello. Alright, and this one should be the gold axolotl. Oh, I should have given them names. Oh, I'm gonna do that right now. Anyways, I went for these names, X and Alotl. Very original, I know. But I'm not good with names. Hey, do you even have a name? Oh, I think I actually have the name tags disabled in my world, so I can't even see them. But I do have two axolotl that should have a name, which is pretty cool. Hey, go back in the water. Alright, hopefully these two guys don't die here. He's dead. But anyways, that was it for me today. This was another insane project. I am extremely happy with the way it turned out. I'm really proud of this. It was a ton of work, but I think it looks so cool. Look at it. But anyways, that was it for me today. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you hopefully in the next video. Goodbye.